Hi friends. So today on Pilates on the Go, I am here to talk a little bit about the pelvic floor muscles. So what are the pelvic floor muscles? The pelvic floor muscles are the group of muscles which are found in the bottom of your torso, or the ones that are formed around the pelvis. So which means that it is pretty much the foundation that a lot of organs are kind of on top of it. So the pelvic floor muscles are like a trampoline. So if you think of your muscles as a trampoline, you have your intestines, you have your bladder, uterus, or the prostate in men, and the rectum. So these are the muscle groups which are your body's foundation muscles. Which is why the pelvic floor muscles are really important to train. And you can lose the strength in them, especially when women are pregnant, post-pregnancy. It is one of the main muscle groups which are affected. So you need to strengthen your pelvic floor muscles because it controls your bladder and bowel movements and also useful in sexual function. Right? So we're going to get started lying down on the mat. And we're going to be doing only 3 very simple exercises. So you're going to lie down on your mat. Now I want you to place your hands right underneath your belly button and your pelvic bones. So keep your hands there without really trying to contract the inner thighs or the glutes or the abdominal muscles. You're going to breathe in. When you breathe in, you absolutely relax your spine. You're not contracting any muscles of your body. And on your exhale, you want to squeeze the muscles which are your pelvic floor muscles. So basically the rectum and the urethra. So your pee hole and your anus. So those are the muscle groups that we are looking at. But you don't have to really contract them and squeeze other muscles. So you just have to gently engage those muscles. Okay, so you're going to breathe in to relax, and on your exhale, gently squeeze those muscles without squeezing the inner thighs or the glutes or any other muscle groups. So completely relax on the inhale. On your exhale, through the mouth, gently squeezing those muscles. So those are the muscles that we use when we are passing urine or we are trying to stop the urine from passing. Again, inhale. Relax. On your exhale, gently squeeze. Again, breathe in. Exhale to gently squeeze. Alright, so now we're going to be doing something which is very easy. This exercise is really easy. You're going to breathe in to prepare. On your exhale, you're going to squeeze your pelvic floor muscles and lift your left leg up in your tabletop position. And then drop the leg on the inhale. Exhale, squeeze the pelvic floor muscles and lift your right leg up. And the reason I like to keep my hands while I do this is because I do not want any movement in my pelvic area. So the pelvis is completely stable and you're using your breath, breathing in. On your exhale, while you squeeze the pelvic floor muscles, lift your left leg up and drop. So you're pretty much marching, alternating between the left leg and the right leg. And you should ideally do them about 10 on each side. And drop. Good. So I'm going to stop here, but you can always continue doing as many as you need to. Those are really useful exercises. Again, the second one is going to be your bridge pose. So Keep your feet hip distance apart. The legs, your thighs are about hip distance apart as well. Now, on your inhale, you're going to completely relax your spine on the mat. So you're not really engaging any muscles, nothing. You're completely relaxing again. So you allow the breath to travel all the way down to your belly, to your diaphragm belly, and all the way down to your pelvic floor muscle. And on your exhale, you're going to gently squeeze your pelvic floor muscles and tuck the tailbone underneath you. So you're tilting your pelvis up towards the ceiling. And release. Breathe in. On your exhale, you're going to pull the belly in. Squeeze your pelvic floor muscles. But now we'll also begin to use our glutes and the back of our legs to start to peel one bone up at a time. First the lower back, then the middle back, and upper back, all the way up. Now there is no need to lift your chest up because we want the spine to be completely neutral position, so there is no pressure on the lower back. You're largely using your pelvic floor muscles, your glutes and your hamstrings. Breathe in here on your exhale, articulating one bone at a time. You're going to press one vertebra down at a time into the mat. We're going to do this once again. Breathe in complete relaxation. Just feel your spine completely pressing into the mat, heavy. So your tailbone is resting on the mat. Now on your exhale, first engaging the navel. So you're going to pull the navel back, squeezing the pelvic floor muscles, keeping that ribs to hips connection. Start to squeeze your glutes, your hamstrings. Begin to push into your heels. Start to lift. Peel the lower back, middle back, upper back, all the way up. So now your weight should be largely distributed between your shoulders and your feet or your legs. Push the knees away, so find that like a slight stretch on top of your thighs as well and in front of your hips. Breathe in at the top. On your exhale, start to articulate each spine at a time. So you're pressing one bone at a time into the mat. So a lot of control using your pelvic floor muscles to squeeze and release that tail on the mat completely. Take one full breath as recovery. Now, breathe in on your exhale, engage your pelvic floor muscles. You're going to lift your left leg, lift your right leg up in tabletop position. Alright, from here, we're going to be doing a very similar exercise that we did, the very first exercise that we did. We're going to be doing something very similar. But if you're someone who has lower back pain, you would want to bring the knees slightly closer to your chest so that your lower back doesn't feel the load. You want to completely isolate your pelvic floor muscles, so you don't want to feel any other muscles getting affected or contracting any other muscle group. So you want to feel your pelvic floor muscles only. So in case you feel that your lower back is loading with the knees over the hips, just bring your knees like half an inch or an inch closer to your chest, not too much. Now we're going to begin to breathe in and we're going to drop one leg and tap on the mat. When we're tapping, make sure the foot is not heavy on the mat, it's just very light, like a feather touch. On your exhale, squeeze pelvic floor muscles and lift that leg up. We repeat the same thing on the left side. Inhale and tap. Exhale, squeeze pelvic floor muscles, lift up. Inhale, tap the right. Exhale and lift. Inhale and tap. Exhale and lift. One more thing that I would like to mention here, if you notice my spine, I have maintained that natural curvature of my spine. So I am not trying to deliberately push my back and tuck my tailbone or anything, because that would mean that I am contracting my glutes. So I want to completely relax and let the tail be heavy on the mat, so that I am only feeling my pelvic floor muscles. When I contract, I only contract those muscles, nothing else. So no other muscle group is engaging except the pelvic floor muscles. And now we will do the variation with both legs. We're going to drop and tap both feet on the mat, and the feet don't have to go all the way down. They can just about drop a few floor muscles. Inhale to drop. Exhale, squeeze pelvic floor muscles to lift the legs up. So you want to engage them and then lift the legs up. Breathe in to drop. On your exhale, squeeze to lift up. You could also bring the legs a little bit closer to your hips in order to feel less load in your lower back. So you could fully concentrate on the pelvic floor muscles. And drop and tap. Exhale to lift. Drop and tap. Exhale to lift. Great. And pull your knees into your chest. Just gently rock side to side. Massage the spine. Take any other stretch you would like. And then roll over onto any one side. Push into your hands and sit up. So those are some of the very simple exercises that I could think of to bring a little more awareness to your pelvic floor muscles. And oftentimes these are the muscle groups that we are not aware of because we cannot see them with our eyes. So these are the muscle groups which are extremely important to train, especially if you have weak pelvic floor muscles and the symptoms might show up in different ways, especially for postpartum. So if you have just delivered and you're getting back to some exercises, these are the muscle groups you need to train once again. Alright, thank you everyone for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the exercises. Do let me know in your comments. Thank you so much.